urgent request for your help tonight. This beautiful Alabama girl leaves on her senior trip to Aruba and disappears. Natalee Holloway, last seen driving away from a local nightclub. She was just away on her high school senior trip, full scholarship to University of Alabama waiting on her. She has disappeared. When the cops got to her hotel room, the Holiday Inn, right on the beach in Aruba, her bags were neatly packed, her passport there, her purse, her money, everything. The only thing missing was Natalee and her driver's license.
Oh, I feel they absolutely have every answer that we need.
And everybody, she is talking about these three. They are the three guys that escorted Natalee from a restaurant bar, Carlos and Charlie's, her last night there on Aruba before she was supposed to leave the next morning. These are the guys she was last seen with. Well, even so this statement, Mr. Twitty, this statement that the boy Vandersloot says, I took her down to the beach. It was around 2 a.m. and she wanted to stay there, so I left her there alone. Okay. Why would she want to stay down at a beach at 2 a.m. at night by herself? I'm just not buying it.
He was not upset. He understood the police. He was quiet. He was open. He helped the police as much as possible.
Well, a law enforcement source close to this investigation is telling us that the three young suspects continue to point fingers at one another, and it seems to have been a product of that police and investigators swooped on the home of Joran Vandersloot again this afternoon. He lives with his parents, one of them one of the island's judges. Police have told us, and other sources who witnessed the raid have told us that bags of items were taken from the house along with 2 vehicles. No clue as to what the other items were though at this stage.
He was willing to speak to the parents. He was willing to help with anything, and he had a kind of quietness over it, and he said, Mom, don't be upset because everything will be fine. I know I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. You know, in a very almost naive way. He was very open with us.
We understand tonight that Joran Vandersloot, the judge's son, has changed his story up to 22 times.
How's Joran? How's his demeanor?
He is doing well. He is holding up. He is very hopeful. And again, today he is continuing to maintain his innocence.
Joran Vandersloot was taken to the beach on Sunday to possibly reenact or tell investigators exactly what happened the night that Natalee Holloway disappeared. He's done this for the second time.
Let's quickly go to Josie Mansour with Diario newspaper. Welcome, Josie. Josie, what can you tell us about the resumption of questioning of Joran Vandersloot this morning, the judge's son?
You know, what I can tell you is that we found out that he is answering all these questions with silence, and at a certain point he also throws his hands up and covers his ears so as not to listen to them anymore.
The story of Deepak is that Joran just said, I'm walking home. I was on the beach with a girl, but she fell asleep, didn't want to get up, so I said, forget it, I'm walking home. He said, let me know. About 45 minutes later, there's an SMS message from Joran to Deepak again saying, I got home, thanks for waiting.
From Aruba, the chief suspect in the disappearance of 18-year-old American girl Natalee Holloway, the Aruban judge's son, Joran Vandersloot, will be released from jail by Saturday. Repeat, Vandersloot released from jail by Saturday, according to Vandersloot's own family. Susan, is it true?
It is true. The judge says that Joran Vandersloot gets to go home on Saturday. The judge agreed to free him despite motions by prosecutors to keep the teenager behind bars for another 60 days as a suspect in the disappearance of Natalee Holloway, despite the fact that prosecutors presented 300 pages of documents